All right, what's up?
Companies has their fucking
Wait.
Do I need to taste shit to know that it's shit? You literally have Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin over here. Gacha companies has their fucking vice of a grip on your ball sacks being like, play our fucking game, bitch. Play it because you need pulls. You're not wrong. I am part of the problem. Is there a reason to pick up shit in Arknight's Enfield every day on stream? Nope.
Wait, I need to save chat first. Because I don't know why my chat is stuck. Why are y'all stuck, bro? Oh, okay. Okay, all right, hey, let's go.
Oh, absolutely no fucking reason to do anything on this game right now. Like, I don't want to be a Doom poster, but I don't think 1.1 is going to have that much more shit to do either. There's a new Edge Space thing. There's some Exploration Day supply event and a guide event. I don't really know what those are. This is like legitimately nothing really much to do. I don't know, man. They gotta give us something to do with all the characters and stuff we build, because that's my biggest issue. There's like no purpose to building characters in this game because you just like run out of stuff to like actually do. It's really odd. Enfield wants FOMO, but they offer no reason to play when you actually build your shit. Yeah, it's looking like every patch is gonna be like giga casual, and it's just like,
if we watch anime after this for React, this will be probably my shortest stream ever, and I'll bring out the kickers, and I will watch Wuwa Musume Road to the Top.
a character sim, character collecting sim. I don't know, bro. No game doesn't become dull. Okay, but it's the rate at which it becomes dull. Genshin took a long ass time for it to become dull for me, right? It took years for it to become dull for me, and that could be because it was the first of its kind, right? So fair. Enfield, we're literally one patch in. We're not even one patch in. We're still in 1.0, man, and it's already gotten dull in terms of things to do. I'm gonna be honest, even HSR, as much as I hate turn-based games, I was pretty locked into HSR combat until I would say Penacony. Like,
holy
omegas.
Like, I got pain in VFI. Oh my god, do you actually get it? That is fucking crazy. But thank you so much for the tier 2.
Remember,
Thank you.
sweating, trying to do 0 cycles all the way towards like 2.7, some 2.x, you know?
Cycles. I don't think ever did a 0 cycle though.
Patch, it was the same in Genshin 1.0, to be honest. That's not true. What? Wait. You're trying to tell me Genshin 1.0, you were done with everything, like in the entirety of the game, you've maxed everything in like fucking, like 3 weeks into the game? Hell no, bro. What? Yes? Were you a Giga Whale? Maybe, but even Giga Whales, bro, I remember weren't full 36 starring Abyss until like, still like second week of October. And those were Giga Whales, man. I wasn't a Giga Whale. One of the downsides of not time getting progression, MMOs all gate progression for a reason, because players will burn themselves out in 2 weeks if given the chance. It's either that or it's a lack of, I hate to say it, RNG gear. Because what realistically kept a lot of us down in the other games from getting to like technically end game, it's RNG gear, which is like, we hate it, but at the end of the day, its existence technically gives you stuff to do because you're still striving for that build. No need for a great gear without content for it. That's the other argument, right? Even if RNG gear was in this game, would anybody grind for it? Because there's nothing to fucking do with that gear. I feel like a small portion would because they're elitist, yes. Or not elitist, but like min-maxers, right? But like, I feel like the player base at large wouldn't. Do you not have a second team level? Do you not think they'll slap players with the endgame that requires more than one team eventually? I want them to, but they have indicated no content in which 2 team is ever going to be required. So I don't know. On the point of Enfield not having any content, I don't really think any gacha I play right now has any content. Gacha games have nothing to do for you because the only thing you do is get on, swipe, pull, reset endgame, and then fuck off. Is there more to do beside what you just said? Okay, events, sure. Chat, let me ask you this. I think this is a difference in a POV of a spender versus a lot of free-to-plays in chat, okay? Gacha events. A lot of the ones that you guys do you guys actually do them because they're fun or because you just need currency? Are you held by the balls by these gacha companies drip feeding you currency through these events and you only do both? How many times is it actually both? There's no way you enjoy every gacha event these gacha games give you. There's no way, bro. Depends on the event. Exactly. Like, there's events that I play as well that I think are fun, right? I think the music event ZZZ is fun. I actually think the wuwa bike event right now is actually pretty fun. But then there's a lot of them that I think are just dog shit slop, man. You don't play the events. I don't play the events because I think a lot of them are fucking boring. Like, I think the fucking wuwa event where you have like the fucking echoes that you summon on both sides and fight each other, I think that shit looked so fucking boring. I don't want to do that shit. Like, that shit looked so awful. Wuwa has the best events and you don't touch it. The thing I just named was not fucking fun. What are you saying? It looks boring. Bro, listen. Okay, I'll use a quote from chat yesterday. Do I need to taste shit to know that it's shit? Yes? Oh, okay. Now you guys are disagreeing with me. So yesterday when the chatter said, do I need to taste shit for that, it was like, oh, you don't need to, but now you have to. Oh, I see. It could be chocolate. Oh, the ones of you guys that are saying exploration, I can't sit here and be like, I wake up in the morning and go, fuck, I can't wait to do Genshin exploration. Exploration past a certain point, you guys just like feel like you still love doing it, but it's more so that you like watching your currency go up as you do it. And because this currency is what your lifeblood is, because you're not a whale or something like that, because you need this to roll for the new characters, this is like basically a feels good thing. Like, in your heart of hearts, you might not feel that it's actually that fun. Your brain tells you it's fun because you're getting currency that you need, which is the lifeblood of gacha. This is a whole discussion about how I feel about these things, right? When I ask about what's there to do, you guys are saying exploration and events, but half the fucking gacha events fucking suck ass, and the exploration is like fun for like, I'd say like a week or two for me. And then, like, the new zone kind of gets boring. Maybe you're burnt out from playing too much open world gachas. No, like, I'm not really burnt out. Like, I could hop back on Genshin and still enjoy the new character, right?
Did Fobm even do the Genshin Impact story? Where is Fobm4ster's Genshin Impact? Did bro even finish Netland? I finished Netland, by the way. Yep. I caught up to Genshin all the way up until, like, Vorka story quest, by the way. And there it is.
I could hop on wuwa at any time and still enjoy it. I could hop on Arknight's Enfield and still run around and collect poop, right? That's not really an issue. Like, I'm not like waking up and being like, man, I can't wait to explore. The first thing in my head is like, man, I can't wait to burn my stamina so I could try to get better artifacts, or try to get better echoes, or try to get better discs. Like, that's like the top of my, that's what's the driving force for me to log into these games, you know? It's about getting better gear. It's about progressing my characters. It's not about, oh man, I can't wait to turn the corner and see if there's another chest there for the 6th year in a row, you know? That is an illness? Nah, that's not true. If you feel like, if none of you have that feeling in playing these gacha games, there's no way none of you have any desire to progress your characters. There's no way you're like, no, Fob, I only play for gacha events, story, and exploration. I hate RNG gear. I don't actually want to gear my gear characters at all. I don't like progression. Yep, that's right, Fob. My brand new Z-Buy in Genshin Impact is running around with white artifacts because I don't do that stuff. Like, no, shut up, bro. Like, that's not true. You probably do all of this and do gearing, okay? Like, gearing is still a big part of, and progression is still a big part of this. I can see casual not gearing that much. Okay, but how many of you guys are casuals? I feel like there's maybe a small portion of you that are casuals, but not a majority. Getting a god disc still feels better than any exploration. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, man. All right, getting that 5-hit crit damage piece on fucking HSR the other day felt better than any fucking thing I did in HSR for like the past year.
That's why events aren't fun for me.
Okay, and going back to the gacha, you guys saying, oh, you love gacha events. Man, how many of you guys actually like, oh, here you go, here's a cup. Oh, so I would like this fancy drink. Here's what the recipe is. Fill it up to this point with that. Oh, fill it up to this point with fucking sunflower juice. Fill it up to this point with...
I will have you know, the Dream Jam event was the greatest, top 3 greatest events in Honkai Star Rail. It is not about the event itself. The event itself can be anything, right? It's very fundamental, right? You add like a bunch of colors, right? You make the order happen. You serve your guests. It's very, very straightforward. It's about the player. It's about the streamer. For example, there is this Honkai Star Rail streamer. Our bro's name was called MrPokke, right? He turned the Panagani drink event to this thing called the Dream Gen, where he single-handedly made the event fun for himself and his viewers. Not because the event was any fun, by the way, but it is just due to MrPokke's sheer ingenuity, sheer comprehensivity, intellectuality, and sheer, right, that we actually made the event a good experience for everyone. Another example. Constitution, wisdom, focus, and relaxing. The fucking Lisa made the fucking plant event. Or rather, MrPokke still made that shit very, very fun. So TLDR, it is less so about the event, but more so about the player.
The fucking leaves. Oh, there you go. Drinking event. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, y'all acting like these gacha events are like some fucking really fun shit you love doing. There's no way you like this shit. And for some reason, you know what? I'ma say it. The reason these gacha games keep fucking recycling this shit is because all you keep eating it up. All right, they probably look at the analytics and go, wow, everybody keeps doing this event. They must love it. And then fucking Genshin does it after HSR does it. And then fucking wuwa does it. And then we're going to probably have a drinking event in fucking Arknights Enfield. And they're all going to fucking keep doing drinking events because people keep fucking doing this shit. Bro, you don't even know what the event is about? Here it comes. Here comes the lore Andy's being like, well, Fob, actually, that's not what the event's only about. There's actually a lot of voice lines and interaction.
Okay, but do you guys know? Okay, wait. I'm not even, bro. For real, chat. You guys know the drink event actually had lore. I still remember the lore, but that's why they call me Mr. Lore. I know the lore behind the Panagani drinking event, right? So basically, if y'all had never played a drinking event before, or you guys just wasn't aware, it was basically soy bun, right? We were internship for soy bun, and we were trying to make the dreamscape creatures like as happier individuals. And then towards the end, we actually convert them into good creatures, right? So they don't become the enemies, right? And then we took this like family picture as one big happy family because all those creatures that we served, they became good guys. It was actually a very nice lore. Not gonna lie. Bro, I'm not even glazing, bro. It was really not a too bad of a lore. And
actions with the characters is why I played the drinking
The lore
event.
behind CO slammers, I slammed the COs.
It's actually very fun. Like, bitch. You could have all that without fucking this tedious-ass stupid drinking shit, okay? What do you mean? The event is worth for the characters, not for gameplay. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, but can you not do that same thing with better gameplay, Face Gen? Can you not get all those interactions with these characters with not building a fucking goddamn drink? Does it have to be a stupid fucking drinking event to have those interactions? Oh, really? Yep. You find that tedious. No, I find it boring, which then makes it tedious, yes. What would you classify as a content in a gacha game then? Endgame doesn't count, events doesn't count, building decks, expansion doesn't count. What do you mean? Endgame does count. When did I say endgame doesn't count? I never said that. Hang on. Let me just make like a side of like what I enjoy in gacha games. Alright? What
you would know events have a lot of free pulls for people who want to save up some money on them. You could get 180 free pulls from Z's 2.6 alone if—
Okay, see, Useless Kazuma, that reasoning is exactly what's wrong with gacha games. Your answer just now proves to me that you're doing events because the gacha companies has their fucking vice of a grip on your ball sacks being like, play our fucking game, bitch. Play it because you need pulls. Not because you want to, not because you're having fun, because you need pulls. And you're like, yeah, play that shit. Your reasoning for playing a game should not be because you need something that the game and its system has intrinsically built into with this shitty system of needing you to fucking do these menial tasks and forcing yourself to do them because you need to play into that system. You should be playing games because it's fun. Bro, let the game play? No, listen, if you guys are doing the events because it's fun, fair. But people like Useless Kazuma that are quoting that they're doing events just because of polls, that's a dog shit system. If you are defending that, you're actually just a fucking idiot.
It takes max 20 minutes to do the events, and you would know this too if you actually did them.
Okay, it would have taken you fucking max 20 minutes to shovel the fucking driveway when your parents told you to do it, but did you have fun? Listen, if you find it fun, sure. But, like, there's a lot of people, like, considering you're not saying it's fun, you're just saying, it's 20 minutes, might as well fucking do it. Is that something you should be thinking in a video game? Listen, when you were 7, 8 years old, playing on your fucking Game Boy, where you're like, man, I guess I'll do this menial task that's not really fun, but I'll do it, I guess, because I have to. Those aren't gachas? Isn't that the problem that gacha company... So gacha companies create the issue of their dog shit systems and then sells you the answers to those systems with fucking events that, in Useless Kazuma's case...
I'm convinced that Fob's entire chat, 80% of the chat log, it's OM20. It's either OM20 or it's yep or it's question mark. That's 80% of Bro's entire chat. It will never not be, bro. It's forever. Whatever bro says, it's OM20. I could go into any point of the fucking video and there's gonna be OM20. Yo, peep this. Okay, you know what? I stand corrected, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Really fun, but I'll do it, I guess, because I have to. Those aren't gachas? Isn't that the problem that gacha company... Bro. So gacha companies create the issue case, right? Not everybody, because a lot of people enjoy these events. I have events I enjoy as well. The answers are through these events to solve their own fucking dog shit system. And then you have to just like be like, okay, well, I mean, I don't really enjoy it, but I'll do it because I need to play into this. How about they just make the systems better? And then this doesn't have to exist in some mundane style that you have to do useless fucking things just to fucking cater to the system that they made. It's too profitable to remove. So is this what we're doing? We're just defeatist mentality now. We just accept gacha slop for being gacha slop and just agree and accept that that is just the status quo forever. Yes? Ah, shit, bro. Half the problem is you for advertising these shit games? You're not wrong. I am part of the problem. But as much as I'm part of the problem, chat, you're part of the problem too, okay? But like, I don't even want to fully say that because it's not like gacha hasn't gotten better over the years, right? We've gotten pity systems. We've gotten, arguably, you could say 50-50 was a step up from past systems as well that were no pity fucking spark dog shit fucking you could lose to non-raid ups constantly. Arguably even 50-50 is better, right? Slowly, technically we are getting to a better point, okay? Like it isn't full doomer. 50-50 seen as a positive. It is though. Do I have to show you my fucking... Nah. Hold up. Look at this.
I didn't say I don't like these events, but the point is, even if someone didn't like the event, they will still do it because it has pulls. You cannot be that busy, Terry's not enough time for 20 minutes.
Okay. First of all, it's not always 20 minutes, okay? In ZZZ, I would agree it could be 20 minutes, but there's a lot of fucking gacha games where you can't skip the stupid story slop dialogue to get to the actual event to getting the fucking shit done. Case in fucking point, the last Genshin drinking event I did, holy fuck, man, I had to listen to all of them yap about fucking horse shit for about like 40 minutes to get to the actual fucking drinking event part. Like, thank fuck, man, I guess I'll do that. Bro, meanwhile, ZZZ, I could just go skip, get to the event. Skip, get to the event. Great. We're pretending like all the events just like you can just go through, you know?
Gotcha tries to understand why people want free pulls.
Okay, I get that. But like, wait. Useless Kazuma. You're not getting my point. I get that people want free pulls, but I'm just saying it's a fucking system issue because you're doing things you don't like doing that aren't fun to get those free pulls. Intrinsically, in my mind, I think games should equate to fun. And everything you do in a game should always result in you, it should always try to result in you having fun. But in gacha games, you have to do unfun stuff for you to eventually get fun.
Now take accountability for peddling this slop gotcha addiction on the Fobbits. Also, you've been on record saying this is the golden age of gotcha, so is it no longer the golden age?
It is the golden age. in terms of options we have to play. It is the golden age. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not walking back on that, chat. I'm not walking back on that. You guys did not exist back then in 2016 or 14 or 15, okay? That shit was awful, man. You want to know what options you had to play gacha back then? Brother, yeah, your options were, okay, here we go. FGO, no pity gacha, okay? You had GBF, fucking 300 spark. Swiping is so expensive, it's not worth it. You would have to save for fucking months for anything. Summoner's War. Oh, shit, we're not even going to talk about that gacha. Oh, man, the options were so great back then. Okay, you literally have Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin over here. Okay? It's the goddamn fucking, like, the fascism of gacha games. Nowadays, I would say it's, like, infinitely better. Yeah, the 3 prime evils. We have Diablo. We have Diablo over here. We got fucking Mephisto.
I have no idea what that is.
All right, it's the 3 prime evils. We got the 3 prime evils here. All right, now I would say we got a bunch of lesser evils. There's actual pity gacha. As much as you guys want to disagree, 50-50 is a huge improvement from what it was in the past. And I say past, but then Arknights Enfield did this shit. We're like, chat, say everything you want to, okay? There is no universe any of you owning this account would be happy for the amount of money you spent. How many of you guys would take a 50-50 system over Enfield's gacha system? You would easily, like 100%. Just because even if mathematically it might even out, the feeling of it would be infinitely better.
And there it is, right? Very, very interesting topic by Fobm4ster. Very, very interesting topic by Fobm4ster. So here is Mr. Gacha, right? Here is Mr. Gacha, chat. I'm gonna say it. I believe, I feel, it is inherently not possible for any gacha game on the gacha game business model to have a time to fun ratio of 100%. Because I think that was Fob's biggest point, right? A game should be fun. All right, a game should be fun. You're spending your time in a game to have fun. That's why you play games in the first place, right? And then because of the way that the gacha game system is made,
for you to...
there are unfun elements in a gacha game. For example, you gotta do the events. You have to press the skip button. You have to listen to them yapping. You have to fail your 50-50s. You have to fail your relic rolls. You have to lose your 1% crit. You have to... like, there are unfun elements to the game before you get to the fun element. Now, this is a very, very interesting topic right here. The gap between unfun and fun.
Eventually get fun.
You know what this gap is? This is not a gap that you can kind of see from real AAA one-time purchase games from, like, you know, as Mr. Triple Crown would once say, right? Mr. Perry, right? You spend $60, $70, $80. You buy one game. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. You can play whatever you want, right? Elden Ring, New Game Plus, Black Myth, whatever it's going to be. The reason there's this gap between the fun and unfun, this gap is gambling. It is what it is. Every single gacha game under the fucking gacha game ecosystem, the gap where this is how do you get to gambling in-game. That's how gacha games are made. All right? Why do people do all the unfun things? Why do people do events? Why do people want to go through story? Why do they want to do exploration in Genshin Impact, right? Why do they want to find a chest that's like in the middle of nowhere? Like, okay, there might be some fun elements, right? There might be the process, right? Maybe some people like the lore, right? Some people love the lore. But at the end of everything, the fundamental business model for a gacha game is to award you with free pool currencies for you to pull units in a gacha game. That's all there is. And every single endgame content in the gacha game, every single aside from those events, right? All your endgame performance, it is fundamentally just based on like what units you have in every gacha game. That's how gacha games are made, right? The gacha game itself is not really so much about the exploration. It is not so much about like the genre per se, right? It could be turn-based, it could be action, it could be overall. But all gacha games are tied by a singular thing. The units. Alright? And how do you get those units? You pool. And how do you get those pools? I mean, there are only two ways, right? You either get free pools or you swipe. And that's how this business model is made. So I think that this whole concept of game has to be fun. It's true, by the way. Like, if you are going to be spending your hours as a jobber, as a student, as a whatever, right? You want to play a game, right? You want to spend that limited 1 or 2 hours after you study, after you come back from work, right? I can't be fucking spending 6 hours on currency war. I just want to spend a little bit of time, right? Do my dailies, and then I'll go. Sure. But eventually there's going to be a point where you will not be able to get to that fun anymore if you want to skip out everything else. Because if this is going to be possible, the gacha game business model, it will fail to exist. It cannot work. You can't play a gacha game like, okay, it's as if you spend $80 for a single game and you can have all the elements, right? Let's just say you play Pokemon, right? You can go ahead and grind and find your perfect Pokemon team. You can find whatever Pokemon units you want to play. You want to play Store, you want to play Rush, you want to play Tag Battle, you want to play, like, you have options for all those things. It's just up to you to decide. It is not the same for a gacha game, right? Because eventually all those things, the units are what shapes your endgame environment. Or rather, like, the company decides this unit needs to sell. Therefore, I'll make the endgame environment, I'll make the story, the lore, the marketing, the music, the everything, it will be based around this unit, right? So at that particular point, you as a consumer, you will look at it, oh shit, this unit looks good. It looks cool. It looks strong. It looks like a waifu. It looks like a husband, right? I now have more incentive to go and get this unit, right? Whether or not you think you have more fun, less fun with that unit is not the main point. But the point is the company will try to sell you these units, right? Every single gacha game's business model is selling units, right? It's always selling units. But you are obviously not going to be able to pull for every single unit as a free-to-play because the economy will not be able to sustain itself, right? The gacha game business model, it will not work if a free-to-play can have every single unit with no pools, or rather with no top-ups. It can't work. There will be at some point in time that if you are a free-to-play player, you have to choose. You just have to choose, right? You might be lucky, right? You might be that 1%, the top 1% of players that you just win every single 50-50. You get every single 5 in the first 10 pool, and you just get every single unit that you want as a free-to-play. Everything. But that is not the norm. That is not the statistical norm. The statistical norm is, and bro, gacha games are made with like designers, professionals, industry people that have like knowledge, right? They have data to back this shit up. Why do you think at some point the general population will not be able to get everything that they want? Because if they can, then nobody will be fucking spending gacha games anymore, right? There will be a lot lower of an incentive for you, right? So there will always be this gap, right? This vacuum between what you have in the income as a free-to-play and what you can buy with that income using your free-to-play income, right? And then if you want more, you spend money, all right? There's the Eidolon gap, right? The Eidolon, the E1s, the E2s, the cores, right? Do you want 10 different teams? You want 3 different teams? You want one? Which is why, okay, now for example, right? If I play HSR, I really like vertical investment because it means I don't need to pull for every other team that comes out. I just focus on 2 teams, and then if I need more more performance, stronger performance, I get a 1 item instead of putting for like 4 cores all the way from scratch, right? So there's a topic for another day. But my bottom line is basically, with events and stories and the more unfun things in a gacha game, it will be good to be more aware, right? Have the knowledge, right, as a consumer, as a player, that you are playing a gacha game whose business model is based on online gambling. All right, it is. It is just a matter of fact, right? And the sooner you come to terms with that, then the sooner you'll be able to accept, okay, sometimes you just can't get everything that you want. And sometimes you have to kind of do these things that are like unfun, right? The slop events, right? The boring story. Is the story good or is it bad, right? Like, because at the end of everything, if you really wanted a game that is perfect in every sense in the word, you either pay it with time or you pay it with money. I am a very big believer in this. I think there's no such thing in the world where it's free, right? There's no such thing as free things in the world, right? There's no such thing as free. Like anything that's free, you pay for it with something else, right? League of Legends is a free game. You pay for it with your mental health, right? Especially after, I gotta put down a viewer in a 1v1 in the first 10 seconds because I'm the better player. But you will also pay for it with something else, right? Your mental sanity, right? Like, okay, and if you want to swipe for skins, then so be it, right? And there it is, right? If I see anyone saying 0 for your bad, by the way. So there's my bottom line. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is a pretty interesting topic. And I'll see you guys on a Clips channel. Thank you. You have cooled your last cool, my man.